Steve-O did this one.
Sweats, only time I work out when I bench weight. How you turn 2 into 8, here's a template. Only thing, pay attention evidently. Don't worry about no rules because they never bent me. Never fall, I'm standing wherever they sent me. Used to hit some licks, now I don't, but don't tempt me. Anything I want I got with no lending. I won't do no handouts, these ain't lessons. Think I got more ops than I ever had in blessings. Tell Dan to roll a blunt, way I'm rolling, bitch I'm stressing. Rolling off facts, second guessing. Hey, like I'm about to ask a question, but I don't need an answer, I got morphines and attention. Morphines and attention, I got morphines at the Tennyson. Always morphines than I ever had connections. Probably had more fiends than the people in your section.
Bitch, I am a loser, I'm a user, drug abuser. Youngest living boomer, 80s baby from the future. I've been with the goons, popping natties with the shooters. Shout out to my Ruger and my shooter, hallelujah. Stony as Medusa, I've been loaded something super. Brighter than the future, I've been lighting up bazookas. Catch me if you can, bitch, I'm lightning in the pan. And she liking all my jams, I'm too high to give a damn. I got hoodies from Japan, jeans and niggas sad. Messages from Glad, cause a nigga in his bag. I've been living fucking fast, 700 on the dash. They been praying not I crash, little nigga, never that. Shout out niggas flat, he'll lay a nigga flat. Bitch, I keep a gato like a motherfucking cat. Looking for my niggas, and you find us where we at. Little nigga in the motherfucking trap.
It's a cool world, dog, we gripping the steel. Me and Gucci Mike, yeah, we kicking for real. Been around some fiends, yeah, they gripping the pills. Get my dog 25, gotta fight the appeal. Whoa, I won't sign a deal unless I'm signing for real. I won't sign a deal unless I sign for a meal. Never gave a fuck how they feel. Never switching sides for a meal. Yeah, I'm going for real. Making money from these chances I steal. My future's looking making a mill. Dreams of making a mill. If I can't make them, then I'm taking a mill. You ain't gangster, you just faking for real. Dog, it's making me ill. Banana clips and getting you peeled. My homies got them choppers galils. They got choppers for real. Fake wop think it's real cause it's sealed. And you don't gotta kill him, he gon' die from popping them pills. Yeah, we kicking it real. Smell the kicking it.
Nice stick pin you got there, Arnie. Nothing phony about my jewelry.
Life bitter like that Yingling, drinking like it's just a fling. Pussy got me into things, maybe she don't feel the same. Perception from a different friend. Shorty mean more to me than Homer in the Odyssey. Got further with her back at me, distracting me from the obsoletes. The worst defeats, it's hard to speak when you reach the peak. Fuck being meek, starry skies are all I seem to seek. Met this thick freak, got me wrapped in her sheets. Rolled her over, changed the beat. Got her posing while I'm pumping hips, bumping. Shorty twerking hard, plus ultra working gaze lock. Window shopping, soul searcher, will we make it? Suture sacred, never fake it. Reap what we sow, not many knows I'll live and die behind my brothers. What we sow, not many knows I'll live and die behind my brothers. Live and die behind my brothers.
Fixing etiquette, I'm getting hella lit with hella bitches and some felons with us. Hanging with the gang of melon splitters, you can't tell them shit. Boy, I'm hella bent, hella vicious. I've been selling pics, and my OnlyFans is selling pigeons.
Bitch, I'm selling beans, heavily I'm ducking felonies. I'm fly as 7 wings, I'll be dripping till I'm 70. This shit could never cease, boy, these melodies forever ring. Since I was 17, I foresee my team with better things. Keystone, the only team a nigga ever need. These niggas riding waves, we making faking like they set the sea. Well, we set the sea, smack a hating nigga in his teeth. And these skinny jeans, I've been packing dope and packing heat, but I ain't baking shit, I just hit my breaking point. And these exclamations, I be flaming, these my blazing joints. Pussy, you afraid to point your weapon, I already shot. Lucifer ain't gotta buy my soul, cause I'm already hot, bitch.
Hey guys, sorry, I wanted to get that all out there. Can you hear me? Something new I'm doing, I'm going to start promoting. I told you guys in May I wanted to start doing that. So some of the ways I'm going to do that is I can make your background if you want it for your video and not mine. 25 an intro, 30 if you want your song as an intro, 25 for the artwork, 30 if you want your song as an intro, and 40 if you want 15-minute interviews with a song in between my commentary. In June, I'll be getting really into that. I'm working with a studio, MCM Studio. I have to reach back out to them. I lost my Facebook contact, so I lost a little bit of contact with them and some others. Crackle Capone, if you're out there and you see this, hit me up, please. You have my number. And yeah, that's about it. So the first 2 songs you seen were by my son's friends. The first one did not have a name when he gave it to me, but it was, let me remove this. Strizzy Backs and Sweats. And the second song was Big Backs and Ducky West. I've shared their music before. Okay. So tonight, what I want to do is I'm going to start on my community post with this one. The Kelli Fustos information. And the reason being is because I want you to see what Janine found that Kelli did prior to Summer's case. This is something that hasn't been talked about. I'm still trying to figure out what it is Kelli actually did in Summer's case that she got herself involved. It's my idea that she's the one that introduced Tim Mullins and Benny Keys to We Can Bring You Hope. So I feel like, why is that not showing? Hold on a minute, guys. I feel like it's important to listen to these old videos, and I'm trying to still get an understanding of what it was Kelli Fustos did. Now, in this video, I don't agree with what Janine is saying. However, I think the information in the video is more important than the voice check. I don't think they sound nothing alike. You can leave your comments. Tell me if you think they do. I don't think Angel Talks Too Fast sounds anything like Kelli. But in this video, we hear Kelli's voice.
Earlier tweet this week, but there has been some funding coming in to her nonprofit. One, it's from the Mayo Clinic.
Yep, and I've got that too. And the one I'm most interested in, and the one we haven't, not that I'm not interested in that, but the Rainbow Cultural Garden.
Right. But I want to add one more thing on to one of Claire's nonprofits. She received a grant, I believe it was 2016, in the amount of $10 million from Emory University.
I like vegetable soup when it's cold and rainy. That's just kind of like my thing. Or tomato soup with grilled cheese. Hey, little wing. So, last night or yesterday or whatever, I don't know. I can't keep track anymore. this situation with Christine 555555555.
Earlier tweet this week, but there has been some funding coming in to her nonprofit. One, it's from the Mayo Clinic.
Yep. And I've got that too. And the one I'm most interested in, and the one we haven't, not that I'm not interested in that, but the Rainbow Cultural Garden.
Right. But I want to add one more thing on to one of Claire's nonprofits. She received a grant, I believe it was 2016, in the amount of $10 million from Emory University.
I like vegetable soup when it's cold and rainy. That's just kind of like my thing. Or tomato soup with grilled cheese.
So what they're showing in this is that Angel Talks Too Fast channel was 2020. Hold on. I'm not too worried about Angel. That's not why I'm showing this. The Traffic Report Show, 8/22/2018. KNI VM, the arrow, follow the money, and a siren light, a flashlight, police light thing. So I don't know where that is or what it's on, but I'm going to dig into it. I haven't done so yet. This one's the description of Kelli Fustos' channel. Catherine and myself are survivors of child SA and child advocates. Howie is a child advocate. We have been a radio show on UCY TV since May of 2017. And our 77 archive shows are in the UCY playlist. We cover every topic concerned with #child trafficking, including the corruption that makes it possible. That's funny because Kelli has disappeared in Summer's case, and I'm not quite sure. I wish Benny would make himself public and tell us exactly where it is that they found Kelli from. We are also supporters and advocates for parents and children harmed by DCF. Well, we have Don Wells stating that DCF took his kid. We have a Facebook page. I can't go to it because I don't have Facebook. www.facebook.com/trafficreport1/ a support group on Facebook Messenger, as well as over 3,000 followers on Twitter at Traffic Report 1 and Traffic Report 2. Welcome to the Traffic Report family. Together we will eradicate this scourge from the face of the earth. So, that's a bit concerning for me. I don't know who else agrees. I have only 17 people watching tonight. I hope more will watch this later and see if they know anything about this, because this is a woman who somehow, I don't know how, inserted herself in Summer's case, and that's how the We Can Bring You Hope people came. I happen to know this woman's from my area. Across the river, the Allegheny River, the Monongahela River, 2 rivers. You know, it's on the side of it. You could look it up. She's from like the Harmerville area, I believe. Sharpsburg, Fox Chapel. I have a sub from there. I'm not allowed to talk about her no more. But anyways, it's a bit concerning. The picture Jesus, my kids are screaming. Let me see if I can go back to my YouTube. My son's trying to get his kids to sleep. They're being bad. Hold on, guys. I'm going to be scrolling for a little bit here. There was a picture. Somebody asked me who it was. I guess this guy porn bombed Prayer Garden or did something on Prayer Gardens. I don't know if it was porn bombed. I'm going to have to go back quite the distance, but this man connects to the same area that Kelli Fustos is from. His first name is Seth. I don't really remember his last name right now. I don't know if I put it, but if I didn't, I'm not going to dox him tonight. But then I want to explain to you how Seth would know somebody who connects to my area. So just bear with me a minute. I should have already had this pulled up. My children are so loud. I have to go back quite a bit. Oh, I can't see my chat while I'm doing this. I don't know if I need, let me check. Nope. I got 13 people. So on Prayer Gardens page, here we go. We're getting closer. You see, when I started reporting this, my family started harassing me. We could scroll up a little bit. Here he is. This man right here. Okay, this is another guy. His name's Brian O'Toole. He's a man that lives around here. But the reason I'm showing you this is because he would connect to this guy who I know personally. He runs a flea market around here, Brian. And I know that this man knows him. I'm not going to tell you how. I know he knows him because that'll cause problems for me. But I know in real life, we've even been to a funeral together for our friend Chris Pallone. You can look it up. He's passed away. But hold on, I'm going to turn my camera on in a minute. Bear with me 1 second, because you guys are always asking how I have my connection. So it's my idea today to start to try to explain that. And this afternoon, I wrote Mama Bear a text message, and it made sense the way I wrote it. So maybe when we're done with this video, I could just read the text messages that I wrote to Mama Bear. My kids got company, and their one friend is annoying as fuck. I'm sorry. She's loud as hell, and she's on my nerves. So, let me turn my camera on. And I've shared this on my community posts before. My husband, in 2023, April 25th to be exact, which is literally right around the time that my father passed away, my husband gets this message from a number 412. It's a text now number. It no longer works. 412-626-9061. Hold on. I don't know where my avatar went. Can you guys hear me? Somebody let me know if you can hear me. Hold on. I know why. Bear with me, guys. I know what happened. I made a new picture today. I took it out of one of me and my husband since I ain't with them no more. I figured I'd like the picture, so I'd keep it. Anyway, so the phone number was 626-9061. It was a text now number. But this is what it says. And I'll show you. Big B is on your roof. My husband asks, who is this? He says, this is Larry Johnson. Join backup Brian O'Toole. So this man connects to Brian O'Toole. Let's just say they do business together, and it's not the good kind. And I know this, okay? Then he says to my husband, where make a new round table, 210 apartment behind Target. Take old school clicks or any crew. You gonna need somebody for backup, homie. So what was my husband doing for these people? In my opinion, it doesn't sound good, and it worries me. I don't know why somebody named Larry Johnson would be writing my husband for a man named Brian O'Toole, who was a friend of ours. I also know that this man rented apartments from the man who's answering the phones for my father's company. However, I've spoken to, he rented a building from him and ran antiques in it in Mount Oliver, Pennsylvania. Now, I've spoken to the man. Let me stop my screen. Nope. Sorry. I wanted to stop my cam. Okay, so it concerns me that my husband was getting messages like that, and my husband did not tell me about those messages until more than 2 years later. I found it in his phone. He did not tell me about it, and I found it when he was talking to my brother-in-law, who would connect to Brian O'Toole, because Brian O'Toole runs a huge flea market in our area every weekend. And it's a very popular flea market. It's very well known. His father, I heard recently, is a judge. Actually, one of my judges when I was a teenager that locked me up in a place called Will's Hills. So that's weird. But it's concerning to me that my husband would get that message, and then this man is on Prayer Garden's page doing whatever it is he was doing. Prayer Garden hasn't been live in a week. I don't know if she's live tonight. Oh, she is. She hasn't been live in a week. She's live tonight. But I don't know what this man was doing on her page, but I do know that this is Seth. Somebody who connects to the man that was sending threats about being on my roof and telling my husband to bring back up to a certain apartment behind Target. I don't know what that's about. I don't know if it was a mistake that my husband got it, but today it's scary to me. I tried to show my local police this, and they would not take my evidence. However, there is another officer on a job for human trafficking. I haven't sent anything. They said they would reach out to me if they need anything else. But I gave them all of my information or phone numbers, all of my Facebook information. For some reason, my Facebook say they went down for community standards. However, my first Facebook was taken down. I haven't logged into it in 7, 8, maybe 9 years. It's been a very long time, but it had information that connects all these people to my area to We Can Bring You Hope, to the same area as Kelli Fustos as this guy Seth. So if anybody's wondering about my connections, I'm trying to start making them for you. I just thought it would be helpful. Okay, so now I did want to go back through my community posts later, but instead what I'm going to do is explain some of my other connections in text messages that I had sent Mama Bear. Just because they make sense. Okay, so I'm just going to read it because it's my own words. I don't have to prove anything. I was just thinking Frank Light might be related to my cousins, my 5 cousins to my Aunt Rosemary. Renfro knew a lot about him. Hold on. Renfro knew a lot about him and hung out on Light Hauler, and she left me the strangest comment in my chat one night. It was the last time I seen her on YouTube. That worries me quite a lot because I like her, and I know fact that I'm related to her through marriage, and she slept in my home when I was a kid and visited us in Miami. So I think this route is important. Ben Hill and Light Hauler, that area, leaving it makes things complicated because Mama Bear is looking at Andrew, and I'm not that into Andrew. I'm trying to get there, but I'm not. I just think there's so much more to her. I don't know. I wish she would come back to my chats or even call me. She made it like she knew a big secret about the land in that comment she left. So the comment she left was, Crystal, I really, really love my land. Goodbye, or something. It was a really strange comment. I was taken back by it. Like, I know Fred's sister is related to my aunt. My aunt wrote me a very short, crazy message when I started covering Fred's sister. All it said was, you idiot, I am an Elliot. Then she deleted and blocked me. And none of my cousins but one will talk to me. He got weird and acted like he was in my chats and knew something. He follows my YouTube, and he has since the very beginning of my YouTube, since I made my YouTube page. I know that for a fact, and he loves his kids very much. They are Guatemalan, so they are no longer part of the KKK, I believe. Because my cousins are part of the KKK. It's documented. It's in the news. I'm not scared of them. I love you, Sean, Stephen, and Ronald. We've talked. My cousin Ronnie passed away. Sean and I have talked about our differences at family functions. He's a good guy, but he was working with Jody, and that makes me weirded out because those two were in my chat on the one YouTube took down. It won't let me put it back up. So I believe that the one guy that was talking in my chat in the YouTube when all this started way back in February was my cousin Steven, because of something he said to me in Facebook. I can't prove it. I'm sorry, guys. But the one YouTube won't let me put back up. That's when all of this started for me. When I discovered my fam could be involved, and I went nuts and spoke too soon about those arrests. I'm telling you all of this because you've been critical of me, and I want you to understand how all of this happened. Okay, so my cousin and Jody could connect through my dad. I'm thinking I may even be related because she told me once she is an Elliot as well, and she states she is related to Fred in a different way than Andy. She also told me she knew Renfro, which would mean she is related to her as well. Even though on here she says she don't know her, Renfro says the same. I say bullshit because Jody told me that she knew Renfro. My aunt from up here was part of the Morlock, and Elliott's. I'm not sure exactly who she relates to down there. I do know she's from Tennessee. She's told me that. But there was always a huge thing for her when I was growing up. She took pride in the fact of who she was related to. And I have a memory of her grabbing me by the shoulders and telling me like it was extremely important and weird now thinking back on it. She grabbed me by my shoulders in between two houses. I remember it plain as day. And she shook me and she said, I want you to know I'm an Elliot and a Morlock. And I found it weird. I got a little scared of her. Okay, so Jody also relates to me in another way. Her sister Amy is a Preto, and so is my sister Jennifer from Miami. Jody's sister holds real estate in Miami Beach, and the Pretos are big time into real estate down there. It is my belief that Amy and my sister Jennifer are cousins through my stepmother Patricia, and maybe Patricia's son, whom is not my father's child or her sister. My stepmother's sister is a psychic and has control over all my father's business matters, according to my dad when he passed away. Well, not too long before. It was a few months before my father told me that. Okay, so this pulls Ziggy in. The psychic shop was around the corner. Wait, let me put the for you all. The psychic shop was around the corner from my father's apartment way back in the day. At the time, Ziggy lived 1 block from my father and 1.5 blocks, like a side street, to Ocean Drive, and I think it was either 13th or 14th Street. I have to check. I still haven't. It's within those blocks. All of them lived at the same time. So it's possible Ziggy knew my father and my step family and my sister as well as Jody's sister. Now, my father's best friend who's answering the phone also has condominiums in that area. Let me grab a drink of water, guys. Then I said to her, let me know if you can get that. Then I can connect more and connect to here with more of my father's business background. And I don't care if you show these, go ahead. I don't hide anything. You have my permission, so spread them to whoever. So that's why I'm sharing it, because you guys know I don't do shit behind the scenes. I share just about everything I talk about with people. What's wrong, Andy? I wasn't talking about you, so what's wrong? I was talking about Renfro and Frank Light and my cousins. My Aunt Rosemary and Jody. The Morlocks and the Elliots. So if you could correct me how the connections go, it would actually help me a lot if you think I'm wrong. So anyways, guys, those are my connections to Tennessee, to Florida. Kelli Fustos, who connects directly to my dad's best friend. To Florida, where we lived, where my father ran a boat. He did boat shows in Florida, and they ran a fake flan business. I'm not going to tell you what they really sold. If you're smart, you can figure it out. But those people found people that opened a business up here in Glassport, Pennsylvania, a boat shop called Fantasy Boats. Well, I seen her last name being Preto, or related to a Preto. Maybe that wasn't her last name, but she has a family member named Preto. 100%, Andy. She's connected to the Pretos. Jody has even admitted it. So, anyways, there's a boat shop that opened up in the 80s, 90s, in the town of Glassport, Pennsylvania, which is where more we can bring you hope people live. Then there's more we can bring you hope people connected to the area I live in, which is still the area of my father's business, his phone number. So those are my connections, and that's how we connect to Tennessee. The people from Glassport that I caught in Tennessee, one of their names was Roxanne DeFelice. However, I've also heard that Big Roxanne passed away. She has a granddaughter that has a different last name, and I won't dox that. But she was using her grandmother's name and her grandmother's photo. I don't know how recently this woman passed away. I haven't checked into it. I don't even know that it's true that she passed away, but I know the woman personally because I used to babysit her grandson. There's another woman named, I believe it's Michelle. And I think it's Michelle. And I think it might be the same Michelle that was involved in Summer's case that made flyers for a missing man. Let me go back to my page. In my area. And it's her brother. However, she put the wrong police number like she did on Summer's case. And I got to talk about that picture too. I owe an apology. Maybe there was a similar picture and I had it wrong, but hold on, we'll get there in a minute. This is my town. This is Glassport. This is where I grew up. It's the town I'm talking about. This bitch. I can't stand lips. We're passing Lisa. My father also had land on the Mexican border. That's the trailer that he did not live in, but it sat on his land. JLR was on this area. He got out of his vehicle up here. He got out of his vehicle up by the gas station where my father received his mail. And then I just found out that the mailman to that gas station was one of my father's friends and took my father's dog. I was supposed to get a phone number for him, but this is Lisa. This is her on the other side of the Chocolate Mountains where the Colorado River is. My father took pictures from, I swear to God, the same boat dock at one time. It may not have been. Oh, shit. And now I forget what I was even going to show you guys. I forget what I was going to show you. But anyways, let's go back to Janine. I'll think about it. I'll go back and listen real quick on my phone. Let's go back to Janine's channel. Because there's some other interesting stuff on here. Not this one so much. I kind of just want to go through her videos since her and Squall are no longer relevant on here. I don't know where they went because this girl sent me a ton of fucking threats. She has the same exact name as a girl that I once knew that was my oldest child's father's ex-girlfriend when we got together as teenagers. However, this lady is from Britain, from the United Kingdom, and she got a United Kingdom voice when you see her on Facebook. But some people were really good at faking shit, or she could have moved 30 years ago, or maybe it's just not the same girl at all. But she wrote me in my messenger one time and told me, look in her fucking face because I know exactly who the fuck she is. And how can I not see it? It was the strangest message I ever in my life fucking got from somebody. So it's very possible that this lady also connects to my area. So let's just go to the beginning of her videos and let's see where she started. She started with Lisa K. Roots. It says 1 year ago. The date is August 19th, 2023. She doesn't seem to put music in here. So I'm just going to go off and play some of the videos and put it on full screen so you guys can read. And then if you have questions in chat, let me know. I'll stop or I'll chat.
I don't know what makes you think it is. I don't know who any of those other people are, but no. Sandy Levin, that's not her. She's had a personal tragedy, and she's not even following Summer's case anymore. So, I mean, she hasn't in a month or two. Okay, so why is she contacting you? And why was she on Ziggy? Okay, so now I'm totally confused. She talks to Candy every day, at least once, but yeah, she doesn't talk to Candace anymore. Yeah, this is weird. Okay, I'm. Let me think about this. Oh, that Jenna. Everything she says is a lie. I don't know anything about her. I don't know if she's lying, but she's saying what Candace told her, and everything Candace told her is a lie. I know that for a fact. Same as Lips. Everything Candace told Lips is a lie too. I don't know why these people believe her.
Okay. I don't know what that was about. Something to do with Jenna, a Susan Ross. The name Susan's interesting to me. If you guys have any questions or want to go over it, I shared it. Let's see. We did the Kelli Fustos. We're just going to skip through. I'm going to stay on for another 15 minutes, and then I'll be back tomorrow afternoon with more of these. Okay. Compare half Texan sorcerer Carl is Benny's worst nightmare. Maybe we'll watch that one next time. Prayer Garden of America defending Frank Light, February 2022.
There you go. The day Summer came up missing, Frank Light was working with some other people, some other gentlemen, and he had plenty of witnesses to say he was there and they were working, clearing some brush away from the farm, a farm that they was helping to work on. So, which happened to be 5 miles away, behind a church. So, in the opposite direction of the Wells property. That's where he was all that day. They started morning and he was working till way late evening. So, and he had, as I said, a lot of witnesses, other hands working with him that knows he was there, and he was working right alongside of them. So, and he did not go horsebacking anywhere. Sheriff Lawson did not ask him to go out looking for Summer. He did not get on a horse. He was not out looking for Summer on a horse at all. He was working that whole day. And then even when they got wind that Summer had came up missing, he still just continued. And the man that I spoke with is an older gentleman that a member of the family that Frank lives with, and he helps take care of, and he runs errands for, and chauffeurs around, and does things to help with this gentleman and his family and so forth. So that's pretty much,
Well,
what it is.
how did this man's name even come up? Well, like, how did you not call this guy? I mean, am I missing?
I called Frank, not this guy, but this guy's answering Frank's phone because Frank does not want to talk to anybody due to the fact that they are harassing him. So he has this family member answering his phone for him, and to see who it is before Frank answers.
Yeah, it sounded like a very nice gentleman.
He is a beautiful person. He really is. He's a wonderful person. And so, and like I said, the family is not scary like everyone says, and I do not know why people try to make them out to be that way.
Oh. Well, it's just because it's the first time I ever heard his name. That's why I was wondering who he was.
I have no idea. There you go. The day Summer came up missing, Frank Light was working.
Okay. How does Per Gordon know all of this? This is the first time I'm hearing it. This is the first time I've ever really given any of Janine's content a view. I'm watching it with you, and I'm probably going to be doing this over the next couple days, along with Mama Bear's interview of, what was the guy's name? Hey, Moonshine Girl. Marion, I'm good. How are you? I hope you're good. I'm doing as good as I can be. I got my medical insurance. Yay. I'll be making a dentist appointment so you guys can see my ugly face again soon. I'm embarrassed by the tooth. So, but hopefully I'll be making a dentist appointment and they'll fix it or give me a bridge or something in there that'll fix it. I'm sad still, but we're getting better. Each day's better. Very strange. It must not have been his brother-in-law if he was a lovely person. Yeah, and now Per Gordon says, oh, he's the devil, and Jody Sue sticks up for Frank Light. Well, let's listen to this. I'm going to play this all over again because I didn't get a good listen on it. I was chatting. I'm not going to chat while we listen. But I want you to get a good listen to it. Crazy. Listen to what she says. Let's start it over. And I'll also grab the link.
There you go. The day Summer came up missing, Frank Light was working with some other people, some other gentlemen, and he had plenty of witnesses to say he was there and they were working, clearing some brush away from the farm, a farm that they was helping to work on. So, which happened to be 5 miles away, behind a church. So, in the opposite direction of the Wells property. That's where he was all that day. They started morning and he was working till way late evening. So, and he had, as I said, a lot of witnesses, other hands working with him that knows he was there and he was working right alongside of them. So, and he did not go horsebacking anywhere. Sheriff Lawson did not ask him to go out looking for Summer. He did not get on a horse. He was not out looking for Summer on a horse at all. He was working that whole day. And then even when they got wind that Summer had came up missing, he still just continued. And the man that I spoke with is an older gentleman that a member of the family that Frank lives with, and he helps take care of, and he runs errands for, and chauffeurs around, and does things to help with this gentleman and his family and so forth. So that's pretty much,
Well,
what it is.
How did this man's name even come up? Well, like, how did you not call this guy? I mean,
I called Frank, not this guy, but this guy's answering Frank's phone because Frank does not want to talk to anybody due to the fact that they are harassing him. So he has this family member answering his phone for him, and to see who it is before Frank answers.
Yeah. He sounded like a very nice gentleman.
He is a beautiful person. He really is. He's a wonderful person. And so, and like I said, the family is not scary like everyone says, and I do not know why people try to make them out to be that way.
Oh. And well, it's just because it's the first time I ever heard his name. That's why I was wondering who he was.
I have no idea.
Holy cow. That was a lot. Yes. What was the date on that? All right, Janine, I don't like you. You stink. October 5th, 2023. Prayer Garden's second live ever. That was her second live. She then defends Frank Light as being a good man. What? That was her second live on her channel. My Sharona. Yeah. Sounds like involvement to me, doesn't it? I think she's from up here. A connection to me, Prayer Garden? Show your face. I want to see it. All right. This is another 2-minute and 52-second one. Then I'm going to jump off, and I'll be back tomorrow afternoon with more from this channel. You call bullshit, Kylie? I do too. So Frank was working in Light Hollow that day. She said 5 miles away in the opposite direction behind the Wells is what she said. You can go back and listen to it because my live's not too long. But holy sheep shit, Batman. All right, let's listen to this one. Oh, wait, that's the same one. We're going to go to Denise Mitchell, the fake psychic, Dusty's messages. You guys can go back to my psychic videos and Ernie days, which we're going to be getting to that. I've been talking to Bam, and he promised tomorrow night. He was going to come on tonight, but he's at a friend's, and I let him know last minute. But I asked him, I said, I'm going live at 10, Crystal's Crime and Music. If you want to interrupt, you can. I'll throw you a link. He put, I mean, if you're going to do it tomorrow, it'd probably be better. I'm at someone's house right now. I put, I'll be live tomorrow. So I already have content ready. Just let me know. Grab a link anytime you see me live. It's fine. So Bam's intermittent. He'll be on eventually. But okay. Let's listen to the Dusty and Denise Mitchell. I believe Janine was trying to say that at this time Denise Mitchell was Prayer Garden. I don't know what came of that. I didn't follow all that shit back then. I need to know who this Denise is. I don't think that's Prayer Garden. She doesn't talk like Prayer Garden. But these messages are extremely interesting to me, considering I know what I know about my family. It's dangerous territory. I would say, considering the land my father lived on and the fact that he lived in Mexico and owned an ice cream business and was beat up because of said ice cream business, sent to Yuma Hospital where he passed away. You guys can research what that means. That's scary to me. I explained some of my connections earlier. Yes, Marion. I really wish people would listen. What they do, they front the cocaine to Don. When he sold it, he would pay them their cut. Undoubtedly, he took it all. And now they're pissed off. Same thing happened to my son with marijuana, so I know firsthand what these people were capable of. Dusty, don't let any one of this out. I'm sharing not with Ernie, but with you two. I need to keep the trust. But what was the one before that? He said he don't know. He really is. He thinks they just fucking white boy, but he's a 12 gauge ready for them. So, there you have that. I found tonight's content very interesting. I kind of wish Janine would show herself and explain why this is what she chose to show on her channel. I think it's important. It's not the first time. That's right. Hold on a minute, guys. Before I left, I wanted to do one more thing. I also want you to remember at what part of Phil Candace cried. Cornbread Mafia. Maybe it wasn't cornbread she was crying to. Maybe it was the other word. Give me 1 minute. I know I have it. I just got to search for it. Hold on. Let me see if this is it. No, that ain't it. Hold on. Let me just put Hoax Call instead of Mary. Sorry, guys. I'm just looking for it. Oh, this is it. Here you go. Give it a second. It's pretty long. It's a 12-minute video. I'll let you guys listen to it, and then I'm going to end. I haven't watched White Boy in a while. I watched him recently, but it was only one quick live, and I wasn't there for long. Noelle left me her phone number. I left her a text message. She never answered back. I don't know what that was about, but here it is. And I actually made a video out of the Hoax Call. So it's a 12-minute video. When this is over, I'm just going to end. Peace and love. I'll see you guys all tomorrow afternoon to go over some more Janine content. Enjoy the Hoax Call and my thoughts on it then. I don't know if they're the same. If they're not, I'll address them tomorrow. Good night.
Federal, that's all I know. Federal.
She's not.
Storm the Capitol. That's all I know.
Wow.
Over the Mexican mafia stuff.
Did Donnie ever come into some money that you knew about or anything?
About $80,000. $80,000 over the Mexican mafia. You know.
No, unless.
They're gonna kill him.
Huh?
They're gonna kill him.
The drug cartel, is that what you said? They're gonna kill him, they're gonna hurt him?
Yeah.
Well,
but you ought to know that these hills and these hollers have eyes and have ears. And you know, pretty much when you act a fool late at night, You ain't the only one seeing it.
But if you, I'm always stand behind him. I want to donate 20 children the mafia cartel. The children network. The hero. Okay. And they're mad at him. They're very mad at him. He said 20 children out of the mafia, and they're mad at him. I guess, I don't know. Somebody, one more FBI. Yeah, and save a bunch of the Mexican mafia. And they asked him. I want my home, my kids back. I don't know anything about Donnie or whatever went on with the cartel. I don't know anything about that. I've never heard about it until now. Right. Donnie tried to save 20 children. And he's working with them with they're killing him. They're trying to kill him. Yeah, Candace, he hasn't said nothing to me, so I don't know what's going on. I mean, I did read about that, about him owing money to people, but I just thought it was just another rumor, you know? It's top secret, I guess. I didn't know about it either. I know where my babies are. Don't worry about your boys because your boys are safe, you know, and try not to worry about Summer because she's out there. I believe she's still out there. Okay. I
They flew to Boston. And quit his cell phone. And they're beating him. They're beating Donnie up.
The cops are beating Donnie up? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think they're gonna beat him up, Candace. I think they probably. I'll bet you 10-1. I'll bet you 10-1. They're just gonna pull him in and talk to him and release him. Okay? I'll bet they are. Huh?
I don't think they are.
I'll bet you they do. I'll bet you they're just going to pull him in and talk to him about the rumors that are going on around.
I mean, why would he be going to Boston? That don't make no sense.
I'll bet you 10-1 that they're probably just going to pull him in and just talk to him and find out what these rumors are going around, okay?
They're torturing him.
Is your mom going to come back and get her? Huh?
The cops are here.
Oh, okay. Well, do they want to talk to you?
No.
Is Donnie still outside with them?
No.
Oh. Huh. Well, what are they doing? Just sitting in the driveway?
In the back of the police car. And they're leaving me inside. They won't let me talk to them. They won't talk to me at all.
Just try and relax, Candace, okay? And just sit down.
Tell me to get off the phone.
Huh?
They told me to get off the phone.
Oh, they did? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll let you go, okay? If you want, call me back after they leave, okay?
Okay.
All right. Bye.
Ooh, Steve-O did this one.
Sweats, only time I work out when I bench weight. How you turn 2 into 8, here's a template. Only thing, pay attention evidently. Don't worry about no rules because they never bet me. Never fall, I'm standing wherever they sent me. Used to hit some licks, now I don't, but don't tempt me. Anything I want, I got with no lending. I won't do no handouts, these ain't lessons. Think it got more ops than I ever had in blessings. Tell Dan to roll a blunt, way I'm rolling, bitch, I'm stressing. Rolling off X, second guessing. Hey, like I'm about to ask a question, but I don't need an answer, I got morphines and attention. Morphines and attention, I got morphines at the Tennyson. Always more fiends than I ever had connections. Probably had more fiends than the people in your section.
Bitch, I am a loser, I'm a user, drug abuser. Youngest living boomer, 80s baby from the future. I've been with the goons, popping natties with the shooters. Shout out to my Ruger and my shooter, hallelujah. Stony as Medusa, I've been loaded something super. Brighter than the future, I've been lighting up bazookas. Catch me if you can, bitch, I'm lightning in the pan. And she liking all my jams, I'm too high to give a damn. I got hoodies from Japan, jeans a nigga sad. Messages from Glad, cause a nigga in his bag. I've been living fucking fast, 700 on the dash. They been praying not I crash, little nigga, never that. Shout out niggas flat, he'll lay a nigga flat. Bitch, I keep a gato like a motherfucking cat. Looking for my niggas and you find us where we at. Little nigga in the motherfucking trap.
It's a cool world, dog, we gripping the steel. Me and Gucci Mike, yeah, we kicking for real. Been around some fiends, yeah, they gripping the pills. Get my dog 25, gotta fight the appeal. Whoa, I won't sign a deal unless I'm signing for real. I won't sign a deal unless I sign for a meal. Never gave a fuck how they feel. Never switching sides for a meal. Yeah, I'm going for real. Making money from these chances I steal. My future's looking making a mill. Dreams of making a mill. If I can't make them, then I'm taking a mill. You ain't gangster, you just faking for real. Dog, it's making me ill. Banana clips and getting you peeled. My homies got them choppers galils. They got choppers for real. Fake wop think it's real cause it's sealed. And you don't gotta kill him, he gon' die from popping them pills. Yeah, we kicking it real. Smell the kicking it.
Nice stick pin you got there, Arnie. Nothing phony about my jewelry.
Life bitter like that Yingling, drinking like it's just a fling. Pussy got me into things, maybe she don't feel the same. Perception from a different friend. Shorty mean more to me than Homer in the Odyssey. Got further with her back at me, distracted me from the obsoletes. The worst defeats, it's hard to speak when you reach the peak. Fuck being meek, starry skies are all I seem to seek. Met this thick freak, got me wrapped in her sheets. Rolled her over, changed the beat. Got her posing while I'm pumping, hips bumping. Shorty twerking hard, plus ultra working, gaze lock, window shopping, soul searcher. Will we make it? Suture sacred, never fake it. Reap what we sow, not many knows. I'll live and die behind my brothers. What we sow, not many knows. I'll live and die behind my brothers. Live and die behind my brothers.
Fixing etiquette, I'm getting hella lit with hella bitches and some felons with us. Hanging with the gang of melon splitters, you can't tell them shit. Boy, I'm hella bent, hella vicious. I've been selling pics, and my OnlyFans is selling pigeons.
Bitch, I'm selling beans, heavily I'm ducking felonies. I'm fly as 7 wings, I'll be dripping till I'm 70. This shit could never cease. Boy, these melodies forever ring. Since I was 17, I foresee my team with better things. Keystone, the only team a nigga ever need. These niggas riding waves, we making faking like they set the sea. Well, we set the sea. Smack a hating nigga in his teeth. And these skinny jeans, I've been packing dope and packing heat, but I ain't baking shit. I just hit my breaking point. And these exclamations, I be flaming. These my blazing joints. Pussy, you afraid to point your weapon? I already shot. Lucifer ain't gotta buy my soul, cause I'm already hot. Bitch.